Somebody's asking me like how I keep myself motivated. You guys, like, I will not even lie to you, okay? This journey has been the most taxing journey for me in every possible way. Good morning, everybody. Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. So if you're new on my channel, my name is Natasha, aka Naturally Dr. Tash, here on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, guys, click on the subscribe button. Oh guys, it's winter, eh? I actually just woke up. Guys, I don't know, my skin, I think it's maybe a change of season, but literally my skin, you guys, is not doing as awesome. It usually happens when it's a change of season, and in China it is officially winter. Like, you guys, it is cold. It's cold, like, it's cold. Okay, and yo, I am so glad that I'm not going anywhere today. So you guys, today I'm spending the day with you guys, and yeah, as you can tell by the title of this video, you're gonna be spending the day with me. This is gonna be a home edition. So I just woke up and I thought, okay, let's just make some content, you guys. Let's make some content for the people. I'm literally, guys, not going anywhere today. I'm gonna be running errands and I'm going to be studying. So yeah, this is on today's agenda. I'm literally gonna be running some errands, and not running errands, but I'm gonna be doing some house chores. Like, guys, comment down below if you guys hate doing house chores. For me, I think the worst house chore is doing laundry. Washing dishes comes second after that. I think, you know, cleaning is good. I can clean. That's okay, but washing dishes and laundry, man. And I've got a lot of laundry. I feel like the dishes and the laundry never, you know, gonna hardly fail. You know, like, you wash dishes today, there's gonna be dishes in the sink the day after. That's what I hate, and nobody's gonna be there to, you know, help you wash. Is this camera focusing? What's going on? So, and nobody's literally gonna be there to like help you actually wash it. That's what I hate about it. But thank God, you guys, for washing machines. Hey, because we don't know what we're gonna be doing, okay? We don't know what we would be doing without washing machines. So yeah, guys, today I thank the Lord, because this is like one of those days where I just get to be indoors. Okay, I don't have any hospital, I don't have any class, I don't have anything. I could literally just sit at home and watch TV all day, okay? But yeah, you know what, I'm out here creating content. A girl has got to study because we're writing end of semester finals, so I've got some studying to do. I'll be studying some obs and gynae, obstetrics and gynecology. We've got an exam in December. Hey guys, the life in China, like, y'all, this has been my life for the past 5 years. You know, there's nothing like festive season, there's nothing like, hey, we're gonna chill, we're gonna do this, we're gonna have a nice time, because your girl is always writing exams in December and January, when like literally the whole world is having fun. I'm out here studying like an MF, okay? Oh yeah, so I forgot, before I go downstairs, I just wanted to spray my bed, okay? Like, guys, the one thing I like about Zara is that they have Zara Home, like literally, okay? So this bottle is from Zara Home. I don't know if this camera is gonna zoom in. This thing gets rid of those smells. You know, there's those smells, man, when you wake up in the morning. You just gotta hanyani, just wabon. And everything stays fresh. So that is what I like to do in the morning, you guys. I like good smells around the home, like literally everywhere. Bedroom, bathroom, lounge, you name it. This one is strictly for the pillows, but I also use it like on my duvets and, you know, just on my bedding in general. And it makes sure that it keeps them smelling fresh until, you know, it's time for me to actually wash them. Guys, wash your things regularly, okay? Don't be there spending 2 months in the same bedding, okay? At least wash your things once a month. Okay, so now I'm preparing to go downstairs. Guys, you know, the thing that I absolutely hate about moving is that you can never find anything that you actually want. Look at what I'm wearing, you guys, on my feet. I cannot find any of my warm shoes or slippers. Literally, there's like things that are still in boxes, and so I literally just have like my shower shoes and my socks on, because I cannot find anything, you guys, in this house. Honestly, you know, I can't find anything. That's one thing that I hate about moving. There's still things that are in bags, still things that are in boxes at this point in time, but you know what, I will do them when I have the time to. So let's go downstairs. No makeup, no nothing. This is my real face. Okay, so I was not exaggerating when I said there's bags and boxes everywhere, guys. Like chronicles of moving. Like, just look at that. Just yoga mats lying around, books. Okay, that's a box of water, but like literally another box in the corner. Still need to sort out. YouTube equipment lying around. Like, it's a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna sort that out eventually. So right now I'm gonna get into the kitchen, and then we are gonna wash the dishes because it is a little bit messy, and then I'm gonna put some things in the washing machine, and then from there we are going to study. We'll be studying and chatting. So let's go. A medical student's kitchen, right? Hey, like literally guys, there's stuff everywhere. Look how unorganized stuff is. Literally got dishes everywhere. This is what I need to sort out. So absolutely hate this, but it has to be done. It really has to be done. So let me find some way to plug this camera. I'm officially done in here. I'm gonna put a few things in the washing machine. Hey guys, hey. Ebafuna basenzela badedele yoke. I promise I'm done fooling around, you guys. Hey, okay, so I've done a couple of things. I've washed my dishes, got things in the washing machine right now, and I think this is a good time to study. So we're gonna get the studying process on the roll, and while we're at it, we're just gonna be chatting, and I'm gonna be, you know, addressing some questions and DMs, some of the DMs that I be getting on the socials, yeah, regarding medicine. So yeah, let me make some coffee. Literally, you guys, these are like lifesavers. Plus, I'm not a coffee drinker, so I actually prefer tea, but when it's exam time, hey, okay, I need these little sections. Coconut milk. This is more of a powder because I don't do dairy, so coconut. Right now I'm in my content creation room slash dining area slash yeah, it's just you know, one of those rooms that I come to just be secluded from the rest of my apartment. So in here I'm gonna be studying. I'm studying for obstetrics and gynecology. Which is a module that we are taking this semester. So I've been getting a lot of questions actually, you know, about the course in general, MBBS. So I'm gonna get chatting about, you know, what it is that I'm actually doing, and yeah, so you guys, I'm studying an MBBS. And MBBS just basically stands for a Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery. A Bachelor of Medicine and a Bachelor of Surgery. In some countries they call it an MBCHB, MBBS. It's the same thing, it's equivalent. So the course in China is 6 years. So you do 5 years of schooling and 1 year of internship, of which I'm currently in my last year of schooling. And then next year we're gonna be doing that year of internship, where it's just strictly just going to hospital, and you're gonna be basically working every day, like in the hospital obviously, but without pay. So what subjects I have this semester? This semester I've got all the core modules, okay? So from internal medicine to surgery to obstetrics and gynecology. We also do some things like psychiatry. What else have I forgotten? Some emergency medicine, and of course, because it's China, we have some TCM, which stands for traditional Chinese medicine. And yeah, that is what we have this semester. I must say that this semester, in terms of workload, this semester I think is much more chilled. Anybody that can attest to what I'm saying, if you have studied medicine specifically in China, will tell you that 4th year, you guys, by far is the most hectic year that you'll ever have in your you know, your schooling years in medicine. 5th year is kind of a breeze. I don't know why that is, but I find that, you know, this within the 5th year there's just a lot more free time, you know. I don't know if it's because we're finishing courses early, and listen, I don't know what that is, but I'm just like I'm telling you, like compared to my 4th year, 5th year is a breeze. 4th year was so hectic, had so much to do. The only difference between 4th year and 5th year is that in 5th year you get to attend a lot more hospital, like you actually do a lot more hospital visits than you did in 4th year. But in 5th year we actually do less schooling. I don't know if that makes sense. So yeah, let's chat, you guys. I have been getting a lot of DMs from people that are in, you know, high school, and they just want to basically know about, you know, the MBBS. One of them, okay, let me not expose names, but as you can see, okay, so literally let me just read one of them so that, you know, in this video I can address some of the questions that, you know, people are typically DMing me about. This one says, hi, I'm a grade 10 student. I have a really great interest in medicine. I was hoping to ask you just a few questions about your career, your qualifications, if you don't mind. And I'd like to know, what course did you do and what opportunities did get presented to you? I'm sorry, I've got to read this whole question. Did you study in South Africa, or did you go to another country to study? Have you ever missed out on an opportunity you really wanted in the medical field? Of course, the course that you studied. Like, it was a really detailed question, and I had to answer line by line. So I'll kind of be, you know, referring to her questions to answer, because I find that a lot of the questions are kind of one and the same thing. People want to know about what opportunities were presented to me, you know, why I actually ended up in China, why I didn't do medicine in South Africa, and all of that. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so guys, I actually have another video. I think this was one of my starting videos on YouTube. So I've just realized, you guys, that I've been on YouTube now for just a little over a year. Like, how crazy is that? So I made a video explaining like my actual journey, you know, to come study medicine. I think, of course, in that time I was a 3rd year going to 4th year or something like that. So I've explained everything in that video. So I'll just briefly answer you know, some of the things. So as I said, I'm studying MBBS 6 years. So let me address this video, you know, for somebody who is in high school, or who is fresh out of high school, or who took a gap year and basically wants to know how to go about, you know, pursuing medicine, of course, in another country. So she asked me, I'd like to know, what course did you do and what opportunities were presented to you? Okay, I'm speaking from my experience. I don't know how it is right now, but you guys, when I was in high school, I think the most important subjects to focus on if you wanted to get into the medical field were, of course, pure mathematics, your sciences, so of course your life sciences, physics and chemistry, and I think you had to have good marks in your languages as well. So they look at that, and of course they look at an overall performance you know, within your schooling years. So try to get a good score. In my time, when I say in my time, I mean like literally 10 years ago, you guys. Can you believe I was in high school like over 10 years ago? So they wanted more than 60% in, you know, all those subjects that I previously mentioned. So if you're in high school and you want to pursue a medical career, look into those subjects and make sure that you have good marks in those, and of course use those two to apply for university. So I had applied for university, and as I explained in my previous video, I did not get straight into medicine. I was offered, you know, to get into other courses, which is physiotherapy, University of Cape Town, and of course I had an offer to get into the BSc at the University of Pretoria, and I took the BSc route to go to the University of Pretoria. Fast forward, which I then completed. It was a 4-year degree. Ended up doing 5 years because of some circumstances, but I completed. And fast forward, I always knew I wanted to study medicine. So when the opportunity presented itself for me to go overseas, I jumped on that and literally graduated from my BSc. And then the next week I was on a plane to come study medicine in China. So how I did that, you guys, was basically through research. And one of these days I'll drop a video actually about like how the details of actually, you know, how I actually ended up here. So I would just say, if you're looking into study medicine and you didn't get in the first time at home, wherever you may be, and you want to pursue medicine abroad, whether it be Russia, UK, China, there's so many places. Just do your research and make sure you don't get scammed. Make sure, my advice is to make sure that you are in contact with people that are already studying in that particular place or the university that you want to go to. That makes things much easier. That, you know, literally helps you avoid like getting scammed by opportunists and stuff, because they are there. And especially, you know, if you're going from one country to another. And did you study in South Africa? Or yes, I did. My previous degree I studied back home, and this one I'm doing overseas. She also asked me about this grade 10 student, and it's also a common question that I get. How did you cover your school fees or tuition fees? Thank you so much for helping me. I really appreciate it. Okay, I really don't have a problem with that, because you know, I'm actually very open to answering people's questions, particularly, you know, in studying medicine, because, and I wish I had somebody to advise me, you know, in my time. So that's what I'm here for. And she says, I know you must be very busy now because of the pandemic and stuff. So you guys, one thing that you must know when studying medicine abroad, there are a few, and let me emphasize on a few, scholarships. Okay, the reality is that it's not everybody who's gonna, you know, get into the program. If you get into the program, that is gonna get a scholarship. Okay, things work very different over here in terms of scholarships. I know back home people are used to this concept of applying for a bursary where the government does, you know, ABC, but here the system is kind of different. So the reality is that not everybody that studies medicine is going to get a scholarship. That is just how it is. So my advice is to really plan, you know, hypothetically speaking, if you're gonna get into the medical program, how it is that you are going to pay your fees overseas. You are going to be in someone's country, and they, you know, the currencies are different, and all of that. You have to have a little bit of money coming here, or you have to have somebody sponsoring you, you know, to cover the costs, your tuition and your accommodation and so forth and so forth. So do not rely on the idea that, okay, there's scholarships and stuff. I find a lot of people struggling when they come this side, because, you know, they had imagined that they would have a scholarship, and then when they get here it's like, damn, you know, what a one, and now it's hectic. So I for one have been paying my fees since first year, and I'm in my 5th year, so you can just imagine, pretty hectic. My school fees per year, it's 20,500 Chinese yuan, Chinese dollar, whatever it is, so you can do the maths. And then in your first year you also have to pay for accommodation fees to stay at rate, because when you're in first year you don't have the freedom of, you know, staying outside. You have to stay on campus, on school grounds, and I think that's an additional 3,600 yuan per year. That's for raise, and then there's other things that you have to take into consideration like your visa and insurance that you have to pay every single year, and that's about 1,600 for that. So of course, and then you have your living expenses. You need to eat, you need to get clothes, you need toiletries, you need, like the list goes on and on and on. So please make sure that when coming here you actually have like a legit financial plan or someone that's backing you up. So yeah, that's for the school fees. So another question that she asked about is the accreditation of the school. Guys, please, if you are coming to study medicine in China, okay, please make sure that whatever school you choose is accredited. And when I say accredited, please make sure that the school is on the list of accredited schools by the WHO. WHO is the main one, the World Health Organization. So for as long as your school is accredited by the World Health Organization, you will not have a problem, you know, when moving and wanting to write your board exams or anything like that in your home country or any country of your choice. Because the reality is that in China there are a lot of medical schools. Not all of them are universities for clinical medicine. Some of them are universities strictly for Chinese medicine. So some people apply to those universities and find themselves in a predicament, you know, where now they are studying Chinese medicine in Chinese and they can't really do anything with that. So please make sure that your school is accredited and make sure that the course that you are going to study is taught in English. Okay, so literally another question that I have is, somebody's asking me like how I keep myself motivated. How I've kept myself motivated over the years. You guys, like, I will not even lie to you, okay? This journey has been the most taxing journey for me in every possible way. Mentally, physically, financially. Like being abroad and being away from your family for so long, you know, you want to celebrate, you know, Christmas with your parents and your siblings and your friends, and you're just away from everything. The food is different, the culture is different. So trust you, there are days when it's gonna get hard, and it will get hard, okay? But it's all up in here. You have to know why it is that you came, what you were doing there in the first place, and what you want to get out of it. Literally, what comes to my mind is, there was one particular teacher in high school that used to teach us English, and he always used to say, begin with the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind. So literally what you need to have in your mind is what you want to achieve, you know, out of that particular situation in the end. Begin with that thing, and that will surely keep you motivated and going. You know, see yourself as a doctor even though you're a student. That's why I call my channel Naturally Dr. Tash, because I don't see myself as a student. I see myself in the future, you know, being who I am. And who I am destined to be, because I truly feel that medicine is a calling. So, you know, begin with the end in mind. Keep yourself motivated. See yourself with that degree in your hand. You know what I'm saying? With that DR, you know, in front of your name and all of that. There are going to be hard days. It's going to be tough as hell. You're going to want to give up. But do not throw in the towel, because literally your success is like this much closer. Just keep on holding on. Keep on holding on. So I'd say prepare yourself mentally and begin with the end in mind. Okay, so the reason that I ended up studying in China, honestly, it was never my plan. I could have never in 100 years imagined that I would be in China, you know, living in China for this long in any case. But you know what, when the opportunity presented itself, I jumped on it. You know what I mean? And I believe that it's God's plan. I really do believe that it's God's plan, and the way it happened was so effortless. So the reason I started looking outside was just to broaden my options. You know, if let's say I had applied to medical school back home and I got rejected, I would have a plan B. So I'd say, if you are going to be in the medical field or want to be in the medical field, you don't get in the first time, have a plan B. You guys, there's many ways to kill a cat. So that is my advice. And at the end of the day, it might take longer, it might be much more tedious, you might have to relocate, you might have to leave your family behind, but you know what? Where you don't take risk, how will you know if you make it? Okay, but you know what? If you don't take risk in life, how will you know what could have been? You know, so that's my thing. Just have options, broaden, don't be so boxed up. Many ways to kill a cat. People have done it before me. There's going to be people that do it after me. I'm not the first one, and you know, it is what it is. Another thing that I personally think kept me focused and motivated rather is just having a personal relationship with the Lord. I think that's very important. Having some sort of spiritual life is important. You know, prayer is important. It's very important, especially just being away in a foreign country. You don't know anybody. Sometimes, you know, the feeling of loneliness is just, it's a real thing, you guys. Being away from family, FOMO is a real thing, like, you know, especially when you're overseas. So just having, you know, that aspect of my life to say that, you know what, wherever I go, whatever it is that I'm doing, I know that I'm not alone, and I know that God has got my back and that God is with me, has really just kept me pushing, has really just kept me grounded. And just knowing that, you know, in every single situation, I'm not alone. There's a scripture from Joshua. It basically just says that, do not fear, do not feel discouraged, okay? Because the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Wherever you go. Wherever you go, you know. And that is one thing that has really just kept me pushing, like, throughout my life. Even when I feel as if things are not going the way they're supposed to be, or what I think they're supposed to be, I'm just ultimately like, you know what, Lord, your will over my will, okay? Your will be done, you know, because you know what is best for me. You go before me, you are ahead of me, you are like, you know what I'm saying, you are ahead, you are in the forefront, you know every single thing that I'm gonna face. You've been there. A personal relationship with God where you can actually get down on your knees, you know, and sometimes just cry, you know, because you just feel the need to cry, you know, you just feel the need just to, you know, take the baggage off of your shoulders, you know, that type of a personal connection with your creator. You know, you need something that's gonna keep you grounded, especially just being in a foreign country where literally you have all the freedom in the world, where you know, if you're young, let's say you're coming straight out of high school, you need some kind of grounding to make sure that you do not go with the wind. You know what I mean? To make sure that you're not tempted by the things of the world, to make sure that you're not distracted, and that you actually come to do what you came here to do in the first place. Because it's not everybody that, you know, goes to a foreign country and then does exactly what they came to do. A lot of people drop out, a lot of people go back home, and it's just a fight. This thing is a fight. I know I'm sounding so spiritual right now, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're not fighting against you know, flesh and blood, but we are fighting spiritual forces. So I think just having a personal relationship with God, praying, having some kind of material to read, whether you believe in the Bible, the Quran, something just to keep you grounded and focused. And man, that for me is one of the most important things. And I have to say that it's been working for me, you know, ever since I have been to China, or you know, studied in China. I've never had any trouble, like in terms of my schooling. Every time I go out to write an exam or a test, or you know, whatever it may be, I'm just like, God, you know, go before me, you know, and in that exam room, fill me in where, you know, where I fall short, where I do not remember. Please, you know, be with me, help me connect those dots, Lord, you know. And that has worked for me. I've never failed an exam. I've never written, you know, a makeup exam. I don't know what that is. Throughout my whole medical career, you know, I've just been passing my exams with good grades. You know, why having a personal relationship with God is important is because, man, if your eyes are fixed on God, then you don't have any room to be looking outside. I don't know if you get my point, you know, because I find, as you know, especially as young adults, we're in this sort of culture of, okay, who's on the gram, what are they doing on the gram? Social media can just sell you like so many dreams of like what life is supposed to look like at this age, and this and that, and you're supposed to have this and that, you know, at this age. And then you know, if you keep on reading into that and keep on fixing your eyes on that, and just, you know, you're just immersed in that culture, things like depression come about, things like suicide come about, because your eyes are not fixed on your journey. Your eyes are fixed on, you know, what other people are saying, what other people are doing. Hey, Mang Mang has a child, hey, Mang Mang is getting married, and then you start comparing, you know. Whereas if you just fixed your eyes on God and fixed your eyes on what you are supposed to be doing in that moment and going through your process, because nobody's race or nobody's process rather is gonna be the same, you know. What's yours is yours, what that person's thing is theirs, you know. So fixing your eyes on the Lord, having a personal relationship with the Lord. So wow, I've really said a lot about that, but you know what, I'm keeping it 100. Like, You guys, my battery right now is flashing. So yeah, I'm gonna study now, and if you have any more questions, please pop me a DM on Instagram, and I'll be so happy to answer your questions. I am at Natasha_rebirth on Instagram if you want to follow my page, and I will leave the link down in the description. Please make sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, say something, and I will see you guys next time.